Before this episode of Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast starts, Victor and I would like to address some of the allegations made against us in the last couple days. As you may have heard, Victor and I were both recently detained in a Walmart in Fort Lauderdale. I specifically did not think that it would be that big of a deal to enter the grocery store cosplaying as a Na'vi from James Cameron's hit movie series Avatar. However, the public nudity charge that I'm currently facing disagrees with that. We did not know that this was not an acceptable thing to do. We are working to better ourselves, and we hope that you are able to support us in our attempts to better ourselves.
Yeah, it's on me as co-host of this podcast. I should have told Brandon that.
Look, I don't want to throw you under the bus here because this was a 50-50. I don't want to tell you that this was like 50-50, my idea, your idea. I'm just saying you were the one who came up to me and was like, it would be really funny if we went into a Walmart dressed as Na'vi from James Cameron's Avatar.
All I'm saying is that I am not the one who walked in a loincloth painted blue. I had the camera on my hands. That's all I'm going to say.
And with that, welcome back to the 16th episode of Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast. I'm your host, Brandon.
And I'm Victor. And 16?
Sweet 16, baby. Podcast can drive. Starring Ryan Gosling.
Well, podcast can also drink in Germany, though.
Can you drink at 16 in Germany?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, I actually did know that. I actually did know that because my friend went to Germany and he had like a single beer. I did know this.
It's so really funny because in most places in Europe, you can drink at like 17 or something like that.
Yeah.
And when I went to Europe, I, of course, went with my parents because it was for my sister's quinceañera.
Okay.
And they did not let me drink. I wanted to enjoy the joys of life, and they deprived me from it, and I will never forgive them for it.
That's something. Yeah, 16 episodes. Sweet 16. This is like the last fun one until like 21 because then it's like, ooh, the podcast can drink and gamble and buy cigarettes.
Damn, the podcast is gonna turn 21 before either of us do. That's really
this
tricky.
is podcast will have 21 episodes before either of us are 21. I don't know,
dude. I don't know about you, but I've been experiencing a lot of glitches in the Matrix lately.
I had glitches in the Matrix, and then the government sent me a federal agent to stop me from noticing the glitches in the Matrix.
You know what I think happened? You know how you had the main character stick for a little bit the past few weeks?
Oh yeah. Let's not like get into specifics, but yeah, I did have the main character stick for so me, Victor, and Victor's girlfriend Nat. We pass around the main character stick, and so like. I filled them in on what was going on in my life for the last couple of days last week, and they were like, so that's why my life's been so boring the last couple of days. And I was like, yeah, my bad. I took the main character stick.
It's because like
didn't tell you guys.
It's actually a thing that happens where like either one of us three has like a super busy week and like shit happens like life-changing shit happens while the other two people had just like a filler episode week. And like it's an actual weird phenomenon. But what I think happened is that while you had it, because we're so far away, the simulation just got really lazy.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I could see that.
So first thing that happened was that I started seeing way more Volkswagen bugs and Subaru Bajas than I would normally see. Which are
I've also been seeing a lot of those. Around.
Which are like it's like the simulation repeating assets, you know?
Yeah, it's trying to save by just having like two car models.
Yeah. And then so I need to clear. So this was like I'm gonna say this was like on Thursday, maybe Friday. Yeah. I need to go out and clear my head, so I went out for a drive, and like no joke.
Did you have your white scorpion jacket on?
Oh hell yeah! No, no joke. On my way to where I was driving, not a single soul. Bro, it's like 9 p.m. on a Friday. Not a single soul in the highway, like at all. Like I actually, because there's this really weird like street. There's this really weird street where there's just like a cement thing, not a Jersey barrier, but like a weird little cement bump that's supposed to divide on traffic and like
I get what you're saying.
And I accidentally went the other way. I didn't see anyone, but it's only like 50 meters of that little wall, so you can to rejoin the other side. Didn't see shit, and then on my way back, it's just like all the NPCs just spawned.
Yeah,
it's like genuinely the weirdest thing ever.
Well, I had a moment like that yesterday, and it's also just kind of an excuse to talk about the thing I did yesterday. So I'm gonna preface this story with I'm a dumbass. Please do as I say, not as I do. This is like a really bad moment for me. So CSU's doing this student nature videos contest, and there's like no entries, and the entries that are in kind of suck. So I was like, I could enter this. There's $1,000 up for like pretty much for free.
Is it $1,000?
It's
or
$1,000.
Is it 1,000 RAM cash?
No, it's $1,000.
You sure?
Yes.
It'd be really fun if it was 1,000 RAM cash.
It would be really funny if it was 1,000 in RAM cash. But RAM cash is our monopoly money for our people who don't go to CSU. So I was like, okay, I'm going to drive up to this place called State Forest. And I'm just going to film, like, I don't have to be outside for that long because, 3-minute video, that's like, that's nothing. That's fucking nothing. I'm used to editing these like half-hour long fucking pieces of art that reside on the Momscast channel and my own personal channel. And so as I'm driving down there, keep in mind, for context, it was 0 degrees in Colorado yesterday and snowing.
Fahrenheit.
So what happens is it's fucking cold, it's snowing, roads are pretty bad, and as I'm just kind of driving, I find things that are cool, and I just pull out my camera and I film them. So like I have footage of like a river, like the Poudre River. I have some footage of just like some really nice clearings that I just got as I was driving. I would literally just like pull over, get out of the car, walk a little bit, get some footage. And so I'm driving to State Forest, and about halfway there, I see this sign for this place called Grey Rock. And I see like Grey Rock Trail Parking. And I was like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, let's just go let's go check it out, see what's up. Maybe I'll get like the footage I want. And I ended up just doing, okay, so this is the part where I'm a complete fucking idiot. If you're going hiking, let someone know where you are. Let someone know where you're going. Let someone know like what time to like start worrying about you. Don't change where you're going. This is what I did wrong here because I texted Victor, Nat, Addie, and this other person. I was like, hey, I'm going up here. If I'm not back by sundown, start worrying. And so I go somewhere else that was not where I said I was going. So that's error number 1. Error number 2, I did this hike that I've never done just completely by myself in 0 degree weather when it's snowing. There's no one else out there. Probably shouldn't have done that. All things considered, though, went really well. Great views up there. I found out after that it's considered one of the like harder hikes that's pretty close to Fort Collins. So that was kind of fun. Did it by myself. Got the footage I need. I just have to edit the video after I record this episode. And yeah, I'll let you guys know in a couple weeks if I won $1,000.
It'd be really fun if you do. Maybe you can fly me out to record.
It's going to my tuition.
Oh, fuck.
Anyways. Yeah, it's going pretty much directly into my tuition.
Talking about tuition, like this is not going to be useful for like you anymore. But this is a new thing Hank Green did.
I don't think I did.
So it's this thing called like, from what I understand, it's this thing called study hall. And so what it does, it's just like through University of Arizona, like Arizona State University, you can take college courses for like $25, but like they won't go on your transcript unless like you want them to, and then like pay a little bit extra and they're like fully transferable.
Interesting. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, because like, and it's a whole it. So from what I understand, it's described to be aimed as like, stop going to college to find yourself to like find out what you want to do. Just try to get some like check out college courses.
Yeah, get some basic credits under your belt for dirt cheap.
On the stuff you're interested in and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I've done this spiel before. I'm gonna do the spiel again. Fucking go to community college. Like unironically, go to fucking community college.
Please do. It's
go
great.
to community college. Don't do your gen eds at a big public 4-year university because one, they're the fuck ton more expensive for the same fucking classes at the big 4-year university, and also they're set up so you fail at the 4-year university. I took chem at community college and took chem at CSU. The CSU chem class was considerably more work intensive and difficult than the community college one.
They really are. They really are. Like I took chem at not a community college, but basically a community college because it works like a community college, the FSU Panama campus. Because you do 2 years here in Panama and 2 years in like Tallahassee.
Yeah.
And like I did chem there, barely doing any work. I got myself a good old C-, which by like barely doing any work for a class, that's pretty good. I get
when I do that, I get B's, but I'm also like built different, academic weapon, etc., etc.
Yeah, but you also don't have a learning disability.
But yeah, go to community college. You don't need to find yourself in college. You can live in the dorm when you're 19 going on 20 instead of 18 going on 19. You're not missing anything. You're just saving $30,000.
You truly are. Talking about going to college, so my little sister's turning 15 this year, which means
quinceañera.
No, not only quinceañera, which means like she's going to high school.
Yeah.
And she is, in my opinion, very stupidly set on Ivy Leagues.
If you're smart enough to go to an Ivy League, I see no reason to not go for the Ivy League.
I see the thing is, if you're smart enough, but also you have to have the money for it.
This is also true.
So I was talking to her, as someone that's been through the quote unquote through the college admissions process. It's something I told her. Okay, so I told her, say goodbye to your free time. If you really, really, really want to get into any Ivy League, I need you to pick up 3 extracurricular activities. Like stop getting anything under an A-.
Oh yeah, no.
Stop getting anything under an A-. Start doing like community service hours.
Yep. Volunteering, extracurriculars, not just extracurriculars, leadership roles in those extracurriculars.
Yeah, and you have to be like good at those extracurriculars. And I also told her, and like we're doing your first PSAT this year.
Oh yeah,
If you're like really, really, really set on that, you gotta tell it to yourself.
Yeah, you gotta start doing those. Yeah, you gotta start doing those now. Yeah.
You gotta tell it to yourself. This is what I want to do. You gotta take that decision. Like this is your last, because she's in 8th grade.
Yeah. Because you guys are done a year early. Yeah.
She switched. No, I was done a year early because of high school.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's in 8th grade right now. You know, she'll finish 8th grade.
She's 15 or going to be 15.
She's going to be 15.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll finish 8th grade this spring because she's on an American.
Yeah.
On an American schedule school. And I'm like, this is the last time. Like,
yeah, this is the last time you can have fun. This is the last time you can have fun.
If this was me, I would, because she has really good grades, I would stop worrying about my grades this year and start putting time on extracurriculars.
Yeah,
because that will at least build you'll at least have a foundation going into next year, and it'll be way, 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 way easier.
I mean, so my graduating class was 264 people, like 260-ish.
Mine was around the same.
I think we had one person go to an Ivy League school. I think we had one person go. And even then, he goes to Penn. So it's not even like yeah, it's technically an Ivy League school, but like he goes to UPenn. Like it's not really like an Ivy League.
Obviously, my graduating class didn't have any Ivy Leagues. We did have a lot of people that went out of the country, which is like, that's pretty big here.
Yeah. Well, because I mean, again, no offense, there's not really like much going on in Panama.
Like Panama universities are pretty good, but the thing with Panama universities is that they're not like admissions like in the US, it's like admissions exam rather than admission application.
Yeah.
So you have like a if you score high enough, you have like a legal right to go to university.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because they're like to the public ones at least.
Yeah. Did you have to take the SAT?
No, because I was a COVID applicant.
Oh, okay. I took it once and I was like, this is good enough.
The only test I had to take while applying for colleges was the TOEFL.
I've never heard of that one.
Because you don't have to do it because it's an English competency test.
Oh, no, you've told me about this, but you can describe it for the podcast.
I scored. It's just a test to see like what's your English level at. I scored really high. I got like basically native marks in listening and reading, and then I got like advanced marks on like speaking.
Yeah.
And then like low advanced marks on like writing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did okay, so like for context, I'm a very good test taker, like exams, standardized tests. I'm just good. I'm built different. So like I took the SAT. I took it once. Didn't really have to study that much for it. And I did fine. I got a Victor. What do you think? What do you think I got on it? What do you think I got on it?
I don't know. I don't know the range.
It's out of 1,600. 800. It's the lowest you can get. 1,600 is the highest. 1,200 and above is considered good.
I'm gonna say you got a 1,300.
I got a 1,390.
That's pretty close. That's pretty close.
Yeah.
So I think if I had taken the SAT at the same time, I took my
we could do
Panama
that as a video.
Yeah, my Panama University application exam, like entrance exam, I would have done pretty good because it's not like a university thing. It's like a big standardized test that they do like in Central America.
Okay.
And so it's out of 1,400, and I scored I think I scored around 1,150.
Okay.
Out of 1,400. And this is a really funny thing. This weird thing they do that if you have good grades in school, they'll bump you up 100 points.
Okay.
So I had friends that scored above me, but only because they had good grades in school. And I was just like, it made me feel superior. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get you.
Because I didn't study for that exam. I actually forgot. So I was going into drill squad practice, drill platoon practice that day, and I see all the other seniors. They're just like doing math or doing Spanish or like just reading textbooks.
Yeah.
And I go. Do we have a big test on Monday I forgot about? And they're like, no, we have the entrance exams to like to the university. And I'm like, what? And then I go back to my house and I fall asleep, and my mom wakes me up and she goes, you're gonna be late for the entrance exam. So I had to hustle. If I went on the bus, I would have been too late. So I had my mom drive me there, and I almost didn't make it.
Oh jeez.
And then I ended up like scoring high enough to where I could just like be in any single career I wanted inside the university.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Huh.
I was built different back then.
So I gotta tell you the like how the SAT set up. It's actually set up like fucking like a prison like torture thing here in the States. So at least the way it was at my school was you had to show up to the school at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. And so it's like this really like official thing. There's people there. Like all the teachers are there. They're like checking your like driver's license. They're checking like these like and you need like official ID. It's like that kind of shit.
The same thing for the entrance exam.
So then you get up there. You go like you're told which room you're going to be taking the test in, and you're sent up to the room. And so as soon as you walked in the room, at least at my school, this is just a my school experience. As soon as you walked in the room, there was like like a bowl at the front that you had to turn off. You had to turn off your phone in front of your proctor, and you had to put your phone in the bowl before you could sit down. And so all of the seats were laid out like there was like a little piece of paper that said your name on it. So you sat where that was. And then like you're in the same room. So let's just say like you had to be at the school at 7. Tests started at 8. I think I was there from 8 to 3.
Oh God.
Yeah. So it's like, I forget how it was set up. It's like there's you have the math part and then you have the English part. And so I think that gets split into 2. So I think it's 4 parts. Yeah, because there's math without a calculator and then there's math with a calculator. And so like I'm good at taking tests. And so like I just kind of flew through the whole thing. And you just have to like sit and you wait. This has always been my least favorite part of standardized testing because like I always finish like they give you like, let's just say like they give you like an hour, let's say 2 hours. They give you 2 hours to do one part of the test. I'm done in 30 minutes. And I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Because I can't do anything else. Like there's nothing else to do. So it's like, they're like, oh, check your answers. I'm supposed to check my answers for an hour and a half. Like, I'm not gonna, like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like, you know? So, like, I would skim through and, like, I would just, like, look over them again. But, like, and then I would just have, like, that took, like, 5 minutes. So I have, like, an hour and, like, 45 minutes or, like, an hour and, like, a half to just sit there and do nothing. And it's like, can't sleep. No, yeah. They wouldn't let you sleep. At least in my high school, you couldn't sleep after you finished part of the test. Proctor would come wake you up and go, hey, don't do that. So I was just like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So I end up just like, you get pretty desperate in moments like those. You get pretty desperate. So that happened for all 4 segments of the test.
Why didn't you just rewatch like Dragon Ball Z in your head?
That's what I end up doing. Like I was like singing like an album in my head. I think I sang the entirety of The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance in my head to pass, like, I think that's like a 45, 50-minute album. But, like, again, like, you had to stay entertained for, like, the other 3 sections of the test that I finished in, like, half an hour. Like there was nothing to do. There's, like, it was bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Because even on the last section, like, I had to wait until everyone else was done. I had to wait until time was up on the last segment to leave. Like, I finished the last section and I couldn't leave. I had to just sit there. I was like, I'm going to go crazy. Like, I'm going to go fucking insane in here.
For me, it was like, I think like a 2 or 3 hour thing. But, like, they give you all the sections at once. So it's a shorter test.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a shorter test.
Yeah.
I think you still had to put your phones like on like vibrate on like a bucket or something.
Yeah.
Like one of those plastic containers.
Yeah, no, I get you.
And because we did not have a math with calculator section. It was all like math, like it was all pretty advanced math actually without calculators. But they you know how in physics tests you can't use your calculator, but they'll just use simpler numbers for some stuff.
Yeah, like you do like gravity is like 10 meters per second instead of 9.8.
Yeah, they would do stuff like that.
Okay.
And yeah, but then I think you could like. Still, I just checked. You had a set room. We didn't have assigned chairs.
Yeah.
But like I'm pretty sure you could leave as soon as you were done.
That sounds so nice.
Cause like, what are you gonna do? Like, all the people are taking. There's like only one date to take the test.
Yeah.
So like, and everyone has to go in at the same time. So like, what are you gonna do? Like,
yeah.
Like even if there was another time, like. You would still like be able to tell the other person if you saw them on the hallway on the way out.
Yeah, no, I get you. Yeah, they had to,
because like
it was just so long. It was terrible. Like that's like
also there were like 5 different like versions of the test.
there's like 20 versions of the SAT. Like there were like unironically like 20, I think. It was insane.
Well, I mean but the thing with the SATs is like, you only send in your SAT scores nowadays if they're good, because like now all universities are switching to optional SATs.
Yeah, well, because I think honestly, I think your GPA is a better reflection. Like, obviously, both are flawed. Like, let's get the elephant out of the room. GPA and SAT scores are both flawed metrics to like see how like successful you are as a student. But like, I think GPA tells you more about like consistency and work ethic than a single test does. Because like, you can be really good at taking tests, but a shit student like me, and get a high score on the SAT.
I agree and disagree because in my experience, you can just be like a shit test taker, but a really quick, like a really good learner.
Yeah, but your GPA will reflect that.
No, it does not. No, it does not. Did I ever tell you about like my senior year? How my grades were my senior year?
I don't think you have.
I was failing every single class except physics that I was passing with an A. And I ended up not failing any one of them by the end of the year. But then I ended up like graduating high school with like a 2.0.
Yeah. No, I finished school with a 4.2. I was like with a 4.2, I was like 20th. I was like I don't remember this kind of shit because I don't give a fuck. But like
4.2 out of 5.
No, 4.2 out of 4.5.
Okay, because I'm doing 2.0 out of 3.
Okay.
No, out of 4. Out of 4.
Because it was like my school was like it was like out of 4, but like I took all honors and AP classes like every year of high school. So I got a 0.5 boost to my GPA. So my actual GPA was like a 3. I was like a 3.7 student. That's still solid. That's still solid. But like I don't know, it's just not a good indicator. Like I have a pretty shitty, like I've talked about this endlessly. I have a very bad work ethic if I'm not like invested in the topic.
I agree. I think there's just like testing how you learn is a very difficult
No, absolutely. But if you know how you learn, I feel like it's very not easy to begin to succeed, but you know how to succeed.
What I mean,
you have the skills to succeed.
What I mean is that it's really difficult to test people accurately.
I guess.
Like as a group, like individually, it'd be really easy. Yep. Like for a whole class, I don't know, man. Stop it, bro.
Jeez.
Stop it with the ooh sneezes, Brandon.
Sorry. Oh god, there's one more. No, it's not coming. You know what is coming?
The mid-roll?
Psst, Victor. So my question says, where can I follow Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast? My options. Is it Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or all of the above?
It's all of the above at Momscast.
Okay.
Where can you listen to Momscast?
It's Spotify, YouTube, and other podcast platforms. But you have to look up Mom Said It's My Turn on the podcast.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
No, absolutely not. No, we would never do this. We'd never do such a thing. We're good students. No, I wasn't talking to him. I'm mentally ill. I'm mentally ill.
No hablo.
And I have voices in my head that I need to speak back to, or
Gringo loco, yo no hablo.
Is what he said. No, why are you sending us to the principal's office? We are back. Looney Tunes back in action.
Singing, dancing, rearranging furniture.
You and I are built different.
Baptist.
You hear Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai, and you think Family Guy. I hear it and I think of this one JoJo fan ending that I watched like years ago at this point. We are not the same. I don't know. That TikTok, that has been fucking everywhere. And I feel like it's the logical conclusion to the Family Guy clips.
This is the thing. You know what I really love? It's just TikTok just bringing something like some obscure shit back into the culture of zeitgeist for like 1 week to a month, and then just forgetting about it. It was like the berries and cream guy from Starbursts. The berries and cream.
I think this is a little bit before my time with TikTok. I think I missed. This is before I got on TikTok. I was not here for berries. I was not here for berries and cream.
You barely missed it. Then it's like fucking this thing, the virtual insanity, and there's a bunch of other examples of that kind of like fucking Y2K fashion. That's just like all TikTok.
Yeah, I feel like we're approaching early 2000s nostalgia. So like the cycle of nostalgia has sped up rapidly. So if you think about it, in the 70s you had nostalgia for the 50s because of Happy Days, and then in the 90s you had nostalgia for the 70s because of that 70s show, and then from like 2000 to like 2000 or like early mid 2010s it was 80s nostalgia. And now we're on to 90s nostalgia. That 90s show's out. People are back into like pop punk again. We're very rapidly approaching early 2000s. And we're not ready for that. We're not ready for that.
I'll tell you why. Because it's been a thing. So the people that dictate what school change. Like millennials are no longer in charge.
Yeah, that's true. Millennials are 40 now.
So it's... If you have been in any kind of like social media space where there's like you know that
well, it's not that
you know Sillennial people.
What is that like? Is that like what we are, where we're like too young to like be like Gen Z,
that weird,
but we're like too
the weird
young to be actual millennials.
The weird kids that were born from like 99 to 2000.
I'd actually argue that it extends a little bit further. I'd say like 96 to like 2004 is like my range for it. It's like a weird like 10-year like weird like blend period.
And it's, if you've been in any social media space, you'd realize that there's a very big group of like niche subculture stuff all centered around 2000 nostalgia, like early 2000s nostalgia, that's just been like there for the past
okay,
10
so
years. It's
no, go ahead.
It's been
my
there.
thing with it. Oh, sorry.
And so now,
goddamn,
now those people are in charge of like the cultural zeitgeist. It's all coming back.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I was gonna say like, so like we're no longer at like old millennials being in charge of what's like hip and cool. We're now at like young millennials, and then when we're like full swing into like 2010s nostalgia, that'll be people our age, slightly older. That like 1996 to 2004 set of people deciding what's cool and hip.
I really like 2000s nostalgia though. It's just like it's
I don't
cool.
remember the 2000s well enough to have like any particularly strong sense of nostalgia.
Okay, yes, but you have just glimpses of stuff.
I mean, sometimes my nostalgia is like very strongly tied to like stuff when I was in middle school, and I was in middle school 2013 to 2016. So that's like my peak nostalgia years. Like when we're bringing back Closer by the Chainsmokers, like that's when I'll be fucking losing it, dude. That's when I'll be going ham, dude. Club's not ready for me to fucking lose it to Closer by the Chainsmokers.
When we bring back Closer from the Chainsmokers, I will kill myself because I'm too old.
Oh yeah,
whenever that comes back around.
If I ever have kids and if we're on like classic rock and Closer by the Chainsmokers gets played on a classic rock station, I think I'm ending it. I think that's it. I think that's it for me.
If I had kids and then someone just grabs something that I like owned, that I know I owned, and they said, "Look at this really cool vintage piece I found at the thrift store."
Oh yeah,
I'm ending it, bro.
I'm trying to think of like things that I have where I'm like, if my kid like showed me it and was like, now I think new Weezer. Like if I have a kid and like they come up to me and they're like, "Dad, check out these albums I found," and they play me like fucking like Seasons by Weezer, I think I'm gonna be like, I've done something wrong here. Like something has gone wrong here. Like I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other bands where it's like if my kids ever like, I found this this cool classic rock band where I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like what the shit?
No, I'll be like, Dad, I found this cool like old artist, real classic shit. His name is Mario Judah. I'll be like,
trippy. I found Playboy Cart. Yeah, my kid pulls out of like a fucking CD of a whole lot of red, and he's like, "I found this. It's so cool. It's so old."
Or it's like
some other stuff.
Dad,
or Paramore.
It's
Paramore.
like
If my kids are ever like, I found this cool band called Paramore. Like, I think I'm gonna be like, okay, it's done. I had a good run. I had a good run. I'm a fucking dinosaur now.
You didn't experience this, but I can experience it a little bit. When there's this whole new like anime fans that are starting to watch Boruto, that's like the sequel to Naruto Shippuden.
Yeah,
and they're all like, "Oh yeah, they should totally do a show about Boruto's dad."
That's a joke, though. Like that's a joke. No one's saying that.
It's only half a joke. It's only half a joke,
dude. It's a joke because because I've seen people call Boruto Naruto's son the show, or it's called like people call it like Boruto's dad's son the show. It's a joke. Like that's a joke.
It's only half a joke. Like
I don't know.
It's only it's only a joke.
In 20 years when people are like when like kids are like my kid comes up to me, he's like, "Hey dad, I found this really cool show, this really cool old show called Chainsaw Man." That's when I'm like, "All right, I'm done. This is it. That's it."
In 45 years, when the first episode of Two Piece just starts, and my kid goes, "Hey dad, look at this little show I'm watching called Two Piece." That's when I'm lose it.
Yeah. No, my kid will like if I have a kid, like I'm just like, if they ever find anything that I was into, I will be sure to let them know that I liked it in a cooler way than they currently do. And they should find something else to like, to be honest, because like I never went up to my dad. I never went up to my dad and was like, "Hey dad, look at this classic rock album I found. It's really cool." Like I never did that. I also just like, you're embarrassed to listen to the same stuff that your parents listened to for like a good couple years.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the fucking tragic thing? My life is a Greek tragedy. You
really are Odysseus.
So what happens is that it's literally a thing in your brain. This is why people are like, music was better when I was a kid. The music you listen to when you're a teenager, like 14 to 18, is the music that you will like for life.
Shit.
For life. Victor, I'm fucked. I'm going to be on my deathbed blasting fucking Weezer. I'll be like, they don't make music like this no more.
This explains so much. Do you know?
I will like Weezer for the rest of my life. I will like Midwest emo music for the rest of my life. I'm fucked.
Because during that time of my life, I was all the fucking whatchamacall them
genres?
Not genres, but yeah, genres of ambient music and like experimental stuff. Like I was listening to like dark ambience and shit like that, or
yeah.
And then now I'm stuck listening to like lo-fi beats, vaporwave adjacent stuff, and like fucking. Have you heard? Do you know what breakcore is?
No.
Have you ever played one of those like early 2000s Fast and Furious like arcade games?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
The soundtrack to.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's basically, it tries to emulate that, and that shit fucking slaps in my opinion. And now that everything makes a lot of sense, because like my fucking shithead 13-year-old Victor's love for ambient music just ruined me for life.
Yeah, no, I listen to like pretty much everything except for like, this is kind of like what we talked about last week, except for like EDM music. So like I think I'll be fine with like most things except for like EDM, which honestly I can live with that. I can live with that.
I can't wait for emotional EDM to make a comeback. You know, like Closer by the Chainsmokers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm ready for Closer by the Chainsmokers to be a song that brings me nostalgia. In a few years.
Like looking back, I can't believe that like younger me wanted to be like the millennials so bad.
Oh yeah, no, like when I was like a tween, like 11, 12, like 13, I wanted to be like one of those 28-year-olds like influencers, like so bad, bad.
Like I would just,
because this was like to set the scene for you guys. This is the era of people still trying to do whatever, like to figure out what the cultural identity of the 2010s was. So this is when we're at like scene girl hair. We're at like fake mustaches, like the mustache you put on your finger and you hold it.
Yeah.
We're at this. We're at fake glasses. We're at like. This is exactly where we're at.
So,
we're at early hipsters. We are at early hipsters.
If you look at how, the expanded Smosh cast, when they started, how they dressed.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's where we're at.
That's what I wanted to be when I was like 11 or 12.
Like, I wanted to be like the expanded Smosh. Are you telling me that as a kid you didn't want to be part of the Smosh crew?
I didn't actually watch Smosh when I was a kid on YouTube. I watched I'm trying to think of who I watched on YouTube as a kid, like 11, 12. I say kid because like I watched YouTube when I was like 6, 7 or 8. But like I didn't start watching like specific like creators until I was like 11 or 12. Like in middle school is when I started like actually watching like YouTubers. So for me, I think it would be like, have you ever watched Jaywitz? He did a lot of like Pokemon videos.
No, didn't think
Okay, I watched that guy a lot.
My experience.
And like those Let's Plays, I watched all the normal Boots guys except for like JonTron. So like Peanut Butter Gamer,
yeah.
I watched a lot. He was my favorite.
I really liked more skit comedy channels more than like gaming channels. But my thing is that,
and then I switched over to Minecraft YouTubers. I watched a couple of Minecraft YouTubers.
When I was in my YouTuber like phase as a kid, I always felt really like isolated because I was the only kid in my class that would watch YouTubers in English.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would. I grew up watching like popular MMOs, like the Diamond.
Oh yeah, no, I watched him.
Like the Diamond Minecart, like Ting Noodles, that kind of people.
Yep.
All the other kids in my class would be like like doing all the Spanish YouTubers. I would watch some of them, but not like the gaming ones. So it'd be really weird because then I'm at a point where like I'm like, oh, I really like this guy, but these people like can barely speak any English, so they're not gonna enjoy the same stuff I do.
Yeah, this is gonna sound really stupid. When I was in middle school, I had you know how you have your middle school girlfriends and they're not like actual girlfriends. It's just like so my middle school girlfriend broke up with me. And I was watching a Think Noodles video. I was in like 6th or 7th grade at the time. I was watching a Think Noodles fucking Minecraft Let's Play video. And he said something along the lines of like, it was like he was like trying to build something and it didn't go like according to plan at all and it kind of turned out kind of shitty. So he ended up just tearing the whole thing down. And at the end of the episode, he was like, this is why we try things out. You know, this is why we try things out. We see what works and we see what doesn't. And we just we try again. And I was like, this is so profound. I was like, this Minecraft Let's Play was made for me. And then I don't think I watched another video by the guy.
No.
I don't think I watched another video by the guy after that experience. I was like, wow.
No, bro, but like, so you're telling me you didn't watch like I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say something really controversial.
Go for it.
There's 2 golden ages of Smosh.
I never watched Smosh. I can't answer this question.
There's the first one is like before they bring on the expanded cast, when like they have the higher budget and just Ian and Anthony, like before like Adpocalypse and all that kind of stuff, and they're
yeah.
And it's just the 2 of them and they do really fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then the second one is after that, before Anthony leaves, when Smosh, before the whole Defy Media debacle.
Okay. I didn't watch. I never really watched Smosh as a kid.
When they have like
or as a teenager,
all the expanded cast, all the gaming, the people from the gaming channel and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they would do this thing where they would do the Smosh games. So they would just have like a basically a corporate retreat. So they would go to either a ski lodge or some kind of summer camp, and they would just do games.
Okay.
And they would just like pump out that content every day for like 2 weeks, and I just ate that shit up.
Yeah.
And then
I
Defy Media
trying to
happened.
think.
Do you know what happened with Defy Media?
Yeah, they had to like downsize a ton, and they got bought by Good Mythical Morning, or like Mythical, I think the company's called.
Yeah.
They got bought by them because the company ran out of money.
Oh, no, it's because like the multi-channel network was basically
Yeah, it was a scam. Yeah, the multi-channel network was a scam.
Yeah.
And it had no money. Yeah.
Yeah. And the worst part is that because of that, Anthony Padilla never made any money off of Smosh because he sold Smosh for stock on Defy Media.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah, but think about how much Smosh is worth.
Yeah, that's true. How much do you think Smosh is worth in the current like landscape, you know? Like obviously when he sold like his part of Smosh, like obviously that would have been worth a lot more.
In the current landscape,
but like
I think Smosh,
in the current landscape, not that much.
It's still worth at least like $1.5 million.
It's still a multi-million-dollar like thing, but I don't think it's like anywhere near it was at its peak.
Yeah.
What Minecraft YouTubers did you watch as a kid?
The biggest one was Dan2TM, the Diamond Minecart.
Okay.
It was a British one.
Me too. Yeah. I watched a lot of Sunday.
Oh, I never got into that.
I watched I never watched like I was not a Sky Does Minecraft watcher.
Neither.
I was not watching those.
And I pride myself in that.
Yeah, when Sunday would post videos of like they would do like the prison break.
Yeah.
I would eat that shit up. Like 11-year-old me, like
YouTuber
fucking prison break.
Back then, YouTuber collabs were like the biggest deal.
Oh
ever.
Yeah, no, they were huge. I remember when Mumbo Jumbo did his first collab with like Grian, and I was like, this is blowing my fucking mind, dude. Except I was like 13, so I was like a little too old to be like, whoa, Minecraft collaboration. I was like a little too old for it.
I remember. Yeah, that's really funny. I remember Smosh did this really weird thing where they tried their hand at making a TV show called Part-Timers. So it was a TV show, and it was based on Ian's experience working at Chuck E. Cheese.
Huh.
It's actually I need to rewatch it again to tell you if it's...
Yeah.
But from my like little twin shitter memory, it was kind of good.
Do you remember the Annoying Orange show that was on Cartoon Network with Toby Turner?
Yeah. But the cast...
Kind of yikes. Yikes.
The cast for that show was like the Smosh crew, the extended Smosh crew. Eli Klein.
Huh.
Yeah, Eli Klein. And you know this guy, I don't know if you watch them. These were one of those like special effects channels, like those gaming adjacent,
like video game high school kind of stuff.
Kind of like the Warp Zone. They would just do skits about video games.
Okay, yeah,
and like
I've heard of it. I don't think I watched them.
Some of the guys from there would would also like feature on it sometimes. It was a really funny it was a really funny thing because the whole thing was Ian was playing like the character he based on himself, and then Anthony was playing like basically Ian's boss, the manager. That's only the manager because his dad owns the place.
Oh, okay. I see.
And then the extended Smosh cast is like the rest of the staff.
Okay, makes enough sense.
Yeah, and Eli Klein was there too.
God, can we talk how hard H3 fell off for a minute? Oh my god. They were the fucking the creme de la creme.
Well, but
they started that fucking podcast, and it all went downhill. Once they started the podcast, it was over.
Well, but not only that, all those creme de la creme channels back in the day, they just fell off so hard. Just look at iDubbbz.
I like what iDubbbz is doing. I still like what iDubbbz is doing.
Yeah, but he fell off.
I'm not going to be one of those people where it's like, oh, iDubbbz started dating a sex worker. Get over it. Who cares?
But, he still
if you're not
off.
okay, if you're not if you're not comfortable going out with a sex worker, that's fine. You're entitled to that opinion. Don't go projecting that onto people who are okay with it. That's just my 2 cents on that part of it. Then the whole, you used to be edgy. Yeah, it's called being immature. It's called maturing. It's called maturing.
It also called.
If you think the N-word is the peak of comedy, like I got news for you.
It's also called YouTube like won't let you make money off of that anymore.
I just also don't think he's interested in making that kind of stuff anymore. You know?
Oh yeah, he's definitely not. He will.
I don't
not,
think it's just called maturing. Like it's
he
like
will
yeah,
not
I thought that stuff was funny in middle school and like early high school, like Content Cop. Hell yeah, I love Content
honest,
Cop.
Now
I'm like, eh.
Under certain like places he used it, it was kind of funny. Like the whole Tana Monjud thing.
I think that video, depending on how you look at it, has either aged like fine wine or like fucking cheese.
Yeah,
out in the
definitely.
sun.
But that's the only video that I'll be like, oh yeah, that's like funny.
I mean,
it's like
I think
it's commenting
his
on
best
controversy.
one's the best one's the Leafy one. The best one's the Leafy Content Cop. That's the best one by a mile.
By a mile. I
mean,
you
can argue like, oh, the Rice Gum one, like no.
The Rice Gum one just became more problematic as time goes on.
Yeah.
Because now you also have Dave from Boy in a Band in there, and we won't even talk about that.
And PewDiePie, we're not gonna touch the PewDiePie stuff.
Well, but that PewDiePie stuff was after the
no, but
stuff.
I still think like there is a very tangible. It's like I've seen people call it the Pewdie pipeline. There's a very real pipeline from PewDiePie to alt-right content on the internet.
Really?
Like it is a very real, very tangible like pipeline. Because think about it. PewDiePie had Ben Shapiro do meme review. He talks about Jordan Peterson a lot. Like it's just like it's a thing. Like you have to realize it.
I mean, it's true, but
Elon Musk, Justin Roiland, he has like those kinds of people on. Like he associates himself with those kinds of people.
I mean, but back when Elon Musk did meme review,
this was before we all knew Elon Musk was a fucking like idiot. This was way before we knew he was a fucking idiot. This is when people still thought Elon Musk was going to be like our messiah and take us to Mars.
And
now we know that Elon Musk is a total fucking moron. You know?
Yeah. That thing, like it's so weird because PewDiePie is so weirdly. He's in such a gray area because like he does some fucked up shit, but he also does some like once in a while he'll do some like really good content, like talking about that books he's reading or some shit like that.
Yeah, like no, I think that when he did his Minecraft series, like those were very, very good videos. Like the early Minecraft Let's Plays, like those were fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's also
I'm trying to think some other stuff.
I think it's also the whole. YouTubers that cultivate their audience through Reddit need to know how to manage it. Because that's why, because like doing weekly videos from your Reddit audience will just eventually lead you down somewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna start getting some weirdos there. Talking about other channels that fell off, I don't think you can say that like Filthy Frank and like Max Mofo fell off though, because both of them are doing two very different things that are going very successfully.
They just stopped that persona. They just ended.
Yeah, they dropped this. Like, again, it's called just getting fucking older and going, wow, like maybe like this isn't what I want to do. Like be known for.
What I mean,
you know?
What I mean is like they kind of retired in a sense. Versus IDubbbz didn't really retire. He's very much still IDubbbz, but a more mature one.
I think that's fine, honestly, because he's doing that Creator Clash boxing events for charity. Yeah. Fucking that first one was great. Second one's looking pretty solid.
Yeah,
we got to get big enough that we can do YouTuber boxing events. That's what we have to do.
I want to go on a YouTuber boxing event. I really do. I'll be down for that shit.
I'm trying to think of like
fight the. Game Grumps, massive.
Game Grumps fell off hard. This is my spicy take. I think Super Mega fell off kind of hard in the last like year.
I mean, I never was a Super Mega.
I fucking loved Super Mega. I was a huge. This is like there's like one of like three things that could have happened that lead me to believe this. First is that I had a lot of memories of watching Super Mega with my ex. And now I link the two, and so I don't want to think about my ex, so I don't want to think about Super Mega. Maybe they did actually fall off. I don't actually watch them anymore.
Putting posters up Super Mega in your room.
I mean, I'm still gonna support the fellas. I'm gonna support the fellas. DTF's a great song. They haven't made anything that I want to watch in the last like like year.
I think it's also us just growing up. Not
that too.
lie.
Like the other options, like maybe they didn't fall off. Maybe I'm like too old for it now. Like there's a reason like 18 to 22 is a demographic. Like there's a reason for that. And then like 23 to 27, like there's a reason those are two separate demographics.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like my sense of humor has definitely matured a little bit past that.
It's also like those are like old quote unquote creators now. Like
I guess. I mean,
changing.
Matt and Ryan from Super Mega, they're like 27. I think 26 and 28. I think they're not like they're like almost 30.
Like the guard's changing. It's all about the Twitch streamers and the TikTokers. Like YouTubers kind of like as a whole, YouTubers kind of fell off.
I don't know. Because you still definitely have like YouTubers. Like I think like Scott the Waz. That's like he's a YouTuber and he's like a popular one at that. Like you still have YouTubers. It's just less common now.
Yeah, what I mean is like, so YouTubers, like you can still be a YouTuber, but now the people on the side, guys, are the streamers and the TikTokers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, I get you.
It's all about cultivating this beautiful cash cow called parasocial relationships.
Yep. We love you, listener. Give us money.
You're our best friends. Like
I'm so glad we're friends and we can talk about things like this with you.
Yeah.
Don't take that to heart. We don't know you.
We're not your friends.
Yeah. It sounds really mean too. Like when you like hear that like in a video, like when people talk about it, like the creator like says it's like I'm not your friend. I don't know you. And it stings a little bit, you know? It stings a little bit. And then you think about it and it's like, yeah, I don't know this person.
The thing, I never really got it because I never really got that parasocial. Like I never really got that because there's people that get them bad. Like,
yeah, no, I don't get them bad. I'm just like it's just like I feel like it's just like it's always just like a little off-putting because it's like you're breaking that wall. You're breaking the fourth wall.
See, I listen to a podcast like for like I don't know like. If you know, I asked you to drive me to the show.
Yeah.
Trash Taste.
Yeah.
And like I listen to the podcast, right? And so you're listening into these people's weekly conversations, but then you're like, oh, I feel like I know them. But then
no,
you take a step back and you realize, I don't really know these people.
Yeah.
And it's just all about just there's people that just don't have the skill to just to take that step back.
Yeah, there's people who cannot like actually separate themselves from it, and that's insane to me. That's kind of like scary.
It's because our little monkey brains are not designed to deal with this shit, bro.
Oh no, absolutely not. Our monkey brains are designed to like because our monkey brains like think that they get enough information from like the content that we watch to be like, yeah, you know these people. No, you don't. Yeah,
it's something really funny. I don't know. YouTube and social media is a whole thing.
It's definitely more significant with like Twitch streamers than it is with like YouTube because there's just more content to like watch and latch onto.
And there's way more like actual interaction.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, because you're like talking to chat and stuff. Yeah.
Especially if you're a whale donor.
If we ever stream on Twitch, like please there are two wolves inside of me. There are dos lobos. The one wolf is I want money. I want lots and lots of money. Give me money. The other one is the wolf that goes, no, don't give us money. Of all the people to give money to, please do not give us money.
I'll tell you what we'll do, Brandon. If we're a stream on Twitch, we'll have donations turned on, but we won't have text like message donations on. Like you can just donate if you feel like it.
Just give us $5. Yeah.
Don't expect us to go like, oh my god, thank you for the donation, Daddy.
Don't expect me to go. Don't expect me to go nibbling on that knob, bro.
No,
I don't know.
You know what's really funny to me?
What?
Like arguably the biggest two social media sites right now for content creation.
Yeah.
Are the opposite.
It's still TikTok and YouTube. Like unironically, it's still TikTok and YouTube. For content creation, it's still TikTok and YouTube.
Well, I don't mean content creation, but like to like I mean right now the biggest like in the side guys, it's definitely like YouTube now because they're getting more competitive with their streaming. But like
that was the biggest thing for YouTube. YouTube really stepped up the streaming.
At a point, it was being Twitch and TikTok,
Oh yeah,
it's really funny
complete opposites.
they're the complete opposite, because with TikTok you can have massive growth with zero community retention,
Yeah,
and with Twitch you can have like
mad community retention, no growth.
mad community retention, no growth.
Yep.
And I think that's really fucking funny.
And we're just doing our thing, slow and steady wins the fucking race. So, I think this was a pretty good one. For a comedy podcast, we keep forgetting to be funny.
We do.
We have jokes. We have jokes. Yeah, wubba dub dub. Victor, we got it. We got to end the podcast.
We gotta be funny, Brandon.
we got it. No. Yeah, so I don't know. That was a pretty good episode, I think. We've been having some actually good content the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Since we went virtual, this podcast has gotten a lot better.
It's so much easier to coordinate via virtual.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I think this is a good episode. We'll be here next week for episode 17. This will be I think 5 weeks in a row that we've posted an episode. That's pretty cool.
Hopefully we go back to doing the numbers.
Hopefully I can get back to actually editing videos. I'm working on the PowerPoint night video. That thing's fucking massive, dude. Thing's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, slight problem, Victor. Slight problem.
Yeah.
So you know how last week I made that contract with the ending the episode devil?
Yeah.
Might have broke my end of the bargain. I kind of went on a couple dates.
Oh shit.
So
Brandon.
What happens here? I don't know.
What the fuck? You guys can't see this, but I can see Brandon's like muscle fibers, it just peeled off his skin. Brandon, are you okay? Brandon! No! Wabba labba dub dub.